Speaking of product velocity, we've seen a new warranty coming out from Porch Group, and now we also see this new Rhino title platform for fraud prevention. So when we listened in on the earnings call last time, we heard that the chief of operations was talking about product velocity and specifically mentioning software. And in this case, we see some new product development. I will cover the news about this real quick and then also talk a bit about what it means to the market and the kind of crab market that we have for small companies right now with regards to growth. We still see investors being hesitant to pour in more money. And this will put a bit of a damper on stock price development, as we're seeing a lot of macro headwind with the conflict in Gaza, we're seeing in Ukraine, and we're just seeing some bad macro still. And of course, investors want to preserve cash, take less chances in such an environment. Enough about macro. Let's get right into the news from Porch Group here. So they have a Rhino Verify fraud warning product here that's for title and escrow companies who want to protect against fraud. They have quite a large market share of this. This is a company that was acquired by Porch in 2021. So remember, they had to refinance some loans. When you're doing M&A activity, of course, you're taking on debt to buy out other companies, a leveraged buyout, or you're doing some sort of deal with shares, but in this case, some debt. But we saw that debt being refinanced in the past, all the way out to 2025 in that case. Alright, so Rhino's clients conduct real estate closing by collecting funds from home buyers and lenders and distributing funds to sellers, broker, tax authorities, and other stakeholders. The Rhino software sits between the agent's transaction system and their bank and helps them manage the flow of money into and out of their escrow account. So quite a complex system, and it's susceptible to fraud indeed. So we need software to ensure that these big transactions, the most important purchase in the life for a lot of people is the house, and it's an important area to secure for sure. It's heavily regulated, and in many cases, title agencies receive and distribute millions of dollars of funds daily. Therefore, Rhino is a critical part of their monetary control environment. In 2021, more than 30% of all US residential purchases and home refinances were protected by Rhino software. Today, this number is closer to 40%. So they're growing market share. That's terrific news. Although, remember, we're not seeing good profitability from the software part of the business. It's the part with home insurance that's driving profitability in this case, and I think that we still see this down house market, and I don't think that it's going to change a lot with a new product launch now. We need to see better macro, we need to see lower rates and homes being bought and sold in larger quantities for this to really shine through and give us investors the gains that we so deserve. So this new product, Rhino Verify, is designed to help protect against payment fraud. It confirms that the payee account ownership and alerts clients to any anomalies with the account details, which could suggest fraudulent interference, such as compromised business emails or email impersonation. So indeed, this is an important part of the business as well. We're seeing this full cycle type of approach with not only home inspection and selling, the insurance for the home. We're also seeing here being a part of protecting against fraud in between, the escrow account in this case. And of course, some excitement for this product and some hype regarding it. I saw that Matt made a post about this on his LinkedIn as well, highlighting it. So that's the latest news in terms of product velocity, in terms of developing new products, putting them out to market. I think it's good to see that they continue to prioritize the software side of the business, although I don't think we'll see any short-term gains from this. This will be mid to long-term when we get some good results from this when the housing market is a lot better than it is now. Alright, that's been it for this video, doing a Porch update covering some news out of the company. And they've done tremendously good here in the Christmas rally, and I don't really expect a lot more now. I think they can go sideways for some time, and then if we see good macro, then they have the potential to go even higher. But once again, it's a lot of macro right now. It's a small company. Small cap will be hit hard if the macro environment is bad. And even though they have some good numbers now, and it will be really interesting to see, speaking of numbers, in my opinion, I think that late March, it's most likely that we will see the next earnings report based on historical data. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, I will update you guys when the quarterly earnings come. That's a big event. It's one that's definitely worth making a video on. Alright, that's been it for this video. And as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.